The market just set new all-time highs and things are flying off the shelf these days. I am a professional investor and I am competing in the US Investing Championship, and I want to take a look at the top 10 stocks over on Wall Street Bets with you to see if they are worth your time. Most of these, they're going to be great, but there are a few that you should just totally stay away from. And we're going to cover 12 stocks. 10 of them are coming from this list and a couple bonus ones in less than 10 minutes. So how does that sound? Let's do this. So first, all the movement of every stock always starts with the market. So let's go take a look at the SPY first. That's actually the number one on the list right here, the S&P 500. Now, what we see here is a bullish trend, the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. So that's where we want to start, right? A bullish trend with a buy signal in place right there. And we have bullish market breadth. Now, I am long in the S&P 500, and actually down below this video, you will see my exact spreadsheet with exactly the trades that I am putting on in the US Investing Championship, and you can follow along exactly what I am doing. 100% free, no strings attached whatsoever. Why? To prove that we know what we're doing around here. We put our money where our mouth is, right? I wish every other YouTuber would do the same, but you know they're not going to. So we have bullish breadth right here. Now that's what we want to see in the market. Bullish trend, bullish signal, and bullish breadth. Okay, we're on a great start right now. Let's take a look at the first name on here, Nvidia. Nvidia has a buy signal, but not a whole lot going on. We do have 9 out of 9, meaning the tech sector actually now has bullish breadth. Last time we looked at this, it was bearish breadth. Fear and greed is growing in the sector. However, Nvidia's not doing a whole lot lately, not doing a whole lot. So if you are an Nvidia shareholder, you've got everything working for you. You just need the stock to perform as well. How about the next one on the list? OKLO. What is OKLO? That is OKLO Inc. Okay. This has 8 of 9 on here. The only thing that's not working for it, it shows that there are outlier blocks on top of OKLO. Now let's double check. Let's go into trading view. Yep, there's that order block right there. Now, what do order blocks represent? These are areas where there are trapped buyers. These buyers are ready and excited and willing to get out as fast as they can. And look what's happened. The very first time price came back up into this order block, it was rejected right at the top and it sold off all day long. However, still up big on the day, up 7.9%. And OKLO, I mean, if it can crest through that order block right there, just watch out. Just watch out. How about the next one? Tesla. Tesla actually has a bearish trend in place, a sell signal, and it's getting more fearful. That's not where you want to be, right? Looking at the discretionary sector, Tesla's not a tech stock, it's a discretionary stock, moving up on breadth, meaning more buy signals, less sell signals, getting more greedy in the sector. However, Tesla, the stock itself, is getting less greedy, more fearful. Let's go to the Tesla chart. Yeah, 10 is under the 20. Price was under the 50. It's slightly above it right here. That is definitely the start of a bearish trend. Now, does that mean it's going to crash down to 0? No, not necessarily, but just keep your eye on Tesla because it doesn't have everything working for it. Now, what I was trying to say earlier, and I want to mention this, is that 40% of the move of any stock is due to the market. 30% of the move of any stock is due to the sector. So when the market's in your favor and the sector's in your favor, that's 70% of the entire move for that stock is not the stock itself. Only the last 30% is from the stock itself. So when you add everything up together and it's all working in your favor, that is when trading feels effortless. Trading is supposed to be boring. If it's exciting, if it's fun, you're not doing it right. That's the way that I teach it. Now let's look at Netflix. This is in the communications sector. This stock looks terrible. It has been trending down for ages. In fact, we got a sell signal back on October 23rd, and it's just gone down a lot. I think it's down 20-ish% since October 23rd. Let's go take a look at Netflix real quick. That's on the board up here. That's number 8 on the list right here. Since October 23rd, where is October 23rd? Right here. So from the top of this candle to the bottom of that, yeah, it's down 20%. Netflix is down 20%. I already clicked off of that. Let me click it back out. Netflix is down 20% since we told you about that sell signal. So you don't want to ignore these signals, right? I'm showing you all the buy signals. I'm showing you all the sell signals, but it's up to you in order to make this happen, right? I am using Outlier, this program you're seeing right here, and the US Investing Championship. It's only 82 cents a day. You are wasting your time if you don't have it. It's literally 82 cents a day. It doesn't get any better than that. How about DTE? DTE Energy right here. Let's look at this. Another one that's had a sell-off, huge sell-off since the sell signal. It's been going down and down and down. And the trend is down. The signal's down. Fear and greed seems like it's bottomed and starting to get a little bit less fearful. No outlier blocks, at least for at least 2% on top of it. I don't know why anybody would be buying DTE. You tell me in the comments down below. Why would DTE be in the top 10 of stocks that they're talking about on Wall Street Bets? I have no idea. Let's go to the next one. How about Apple? There was a point in time where Apple could only go up, but not anymore. This is in the tech sector now. The tech sector, fear and greed is growing, and breadth is bullish. But Apple has not been there, right? In fact, Apple got a sell signal back on December 15th. What's happened since December 15th? Hasn't been good. Where's December 15th? Right here. So from December 15th, come on, Clicky. There we go. From December 15th to now, down about $15 a share, about 5.5% on this. And this is definitely a bearish trend. Your 10 EMA, your 20 EMA, and your 50 EMA is how I put together a bullish or bearish trend. When the 10 is over the 20 and price is over the 50, mathematically, that is a bullish trend. Look at this, right? That's when it happened right here. 10 over 20, price over 50. That was a big, beautiful bullish trend, and it ran for ages. Now we have the 10 under the 20, price under the 50. This is now a bearish trend. Does that mean it's going to go to zero? No. That means it is in a bearish trend for now. We don't know how long trends will last, right? In fact, I want to go back to Tesla real quick just to prove this point out. You can have the exact same starting point right here. And when it comes to trading, you don't know what's going to happen, right? When the 10 went over the 20, price went over the 50, this was a nice gain. This was a small loss. And this was a huge gain. 3 different outcomes for the same input. So again, I don't know where Apple's going to go. All I can say right now is that it is trending down. This is not the type of channel who says, I predict this stock's going to go to this price or that stock is going to go to that price. That's stupid, asinine, and completely useless. And there is no reason to be making any sort of predictions like that. Just follow what the trends give you and let them run as far as they can. Let's look at the next stock, Intel. Intel, green, 9 of 9. And Intel, I think Intel was up bigly to, yeah, Intel up 10% today. That buy signal came just a couple days ago, January 6th. January 6th was right here on this itty bitty candle right here, up 14% since that buy signal came through. Smash, destroy that order block right there. That's what you're looking for. When you can see a powerful move through the order block right there, all those sellers are gone. Now it does have some overhead resistance up here around 50.95. So we'll see if it gets up that high. I got 2 minutes left. Let's see. Let's rush through these. How about silver? Silver, as you know, went on a huge run, a big, beautiful run, and it is still running up higher with a bullish trend in the stock. So silver's on a huge run. What about gold? Gold's got a buy signal once again. And this is looking sharp as well. So silver and gold looking great. But a couple names that I know you want to know about aren't in the top 10. How about SoFi? SoFi, the future of finance. SoFi bros are the most passionate investors I've ever seen in my entire life ever. It's not working out so great yet. Not yet. December 9th is our sell signal, and it's been drifting sideways since then. It's gone up, it's gone down, but you don't have to fight through this, right? You don't have to fight through this. You can actually sit out while it goes sideways and wait for those big, beautiful trends to start. And then lastly, Palantir. Let's look at Palantir. This one's got a sell signal. It's risen a little bit since that sell signal. And the tech sector is helping it out as well, right? It might actually flip over to a bullish signal here in the next few days. Might. I don't know if it's actually going to do that, but keep your eyes on it. Now, I've shown you the entries. I've shown you the exits. Now it's up to you. If you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, click one of these 2 videos. And look at that. We still had a little bit of time to spare. You guys have a fantastic weekend. I will see you right back here live on Monday. I go live twice a day, every day. Are you there? I don't know. All my trades that I'm putting on the US Investing Championship are going to be. Hope to see you there. Be sure you subscribe. We'll talk soon.